What's up, Rolling with Carlos family? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Gator Nation? In today's video, we talk about another 2027 elite high school linebacker prospect that talked to Swamp 24/7 about Florida and his ongoing recruitment plans. This elite high elite high school recruit reminds me a lot of a former Gator, a former linebacker for that matter, and he currently works or helps out the University of Florida in a capacity. Former Gators linebacker, championship Gators linebacker, Brandon Spikes. The linebacker out of high school that I'm talking about is Caden Henderson out of Tampa. He's a 4-star linebacker, but he has a non-stop motor, has a good swim move, has a good bull rush, and just goes after the ball and does not stop until the whistle is blown. I'm telling you this because I've already seen the kid's highlights, and I will put highlights in the video. He reminds me of Brandon Spikes. The article that I'm going to read has a little discrepancy. The kid says he's 6'2", 215. The article, when I read it, it's going to say other measures. But I'm going to go with what the kid says. He's 6'2", 215. Even though I'm going to read the article and it's going to have a different measurements, please understand that the kid himself says he's 6'2", 215. Let me go ahead and read to you the article, and then I'll go ahead and give you my thoughts. And I'll post videos. I'll post his highlights so you can see it for himself. I'm not going to do a breakdown because I already told you what I shot of his highlights. I'm not going to go play by play, but you will go ahead and see highlights in the video. And then at the end, I'll give you my final thoughts after I finish the article. You will see a swim move, you'll see a bull rush, you'll see the non-stop motor, and he wears number 1 in high school. This article is written by Tyler Hart and the Swamp 24/7. And according to Tyler Hart, like I said, he kind of got his stuff wrong because the kid said he's 6'2", 215, but Tyler Hart said he's 6 foot 1.5, 213 pounds, a linebacker out of Jesuit High School in Tampa, Florida. We got a quarterback out of the 2026 class out of Jesuit. And he was a 4-star. This linebacker's a 4-star also. Who can name the quarterback that we got at 2026 out of Jesuit, out of Tampa, Florida? Let me know in the comments who the quarterback I'm talking about is. 4-star 2027 linebacker Caden Henderson is a priority recruit for the Florida staff in the 2027 cycle, especially with him being an in-state recruit. From the beginning of the John Summerall and the rest of the staff time in Gainesville, Henderson has been a recruit they've circled and must land. Henderson holds more than 50 offers, but he is beginning to narrow things down. And Florida is in conversation to potentially make the cut. But Summerall, I feel like, man, he's my guy, Henderson told Swamp 24/7. He came to the school. He was like, one of the first guys to come to the school when head coaches were allowed. This article was written 23 hours ago, by the way. Henderson, a 6 foot, 1.5, 213-pound linebacker out of Jesuit High School in Tampa, Florida, has built a strong connection with Summerall, as well as both linebackers coach Greg Gasparito and defensive coordinator Brad White. He was able to see them all in person on Florida's Junior Day on January 10th. The staff realized from the beginning that it had lots of catching up to do with Henderson's recruitment. The relationships the coaches at Florida have built with the four-star have only been growing for a little over a month. For other top contenders, his recruitment, he had had a relationship with coaches around the country for multiple years. Some of those coaches I've known for 3 years, like 3 or 4 years, Henderson said. Henderson has certainly been open to what the new staff of Florida has to offer. Between being in state and being the only SEC school in the Sunshine State, he sees a lot of upside with Florida. However, he's been transparent with Florida staff that it will take a lot to make up all the ground that set Florida back during the coaching transition. I remember the first time Coach Gasparito, when he first got there, he called me, I think a couple days after he got hired. And he was like, what's going on? What is it going to take? I'm like, man, it's going to take a lot. Henderson said, I feel they're doing a great job. That being said, Summerall and the staff have made up considerable ground given the situation they've found themselves in. Henderson's recruitment. Summerall has made an impression on Henderson, like many recruits have noticed. Summerall's energy really resonated with him. I remember going into the head coach's office and he gave me a big hug, Henderson said. I feel like the coach, he just makes you want to just give it your all. And I feel like that's definitely what you need in a head coach. Henderson has kept in frequently with Gasparito. With the fact that Henderson told him it would take a lot for Florida to catch up all the way up in his recruitment. While White wasn't able to see Henderson at the school in January, but was able to meet with him while the four-star was on campus on Junior Day. They've kept in touch since. I remember Junior Day like it. He was like, yeah, this is our number one priority. He said it is the front of the whole room. He said it in front of the whole room. Henderson said, I feel like him telling me I'm the top priority for the linebacker class. Even top priority on the defensive side. I feel that means a lot. Another obstacle that's placed in Florida's way is when it comes to Henderson's recruitment is that he's unable to see them play in season based on his commitment timeline. Henderson hopes to have a decision made in the summer after his official visits. I feel like it's the hardest thing, the exact place I'm in. It's kind of hard because I can't watch them play in the season, Henderson said. I feel like the biggest thing for me if I could see them win, but that's obviously going to be after OB's going to be fall into basically where I have to sign. With Henderson anticipating a decision before the start of the season, he placed that much more emphasis on Florida keeping in constant communication to make up for him not being able to see not being able to see the staff in game action. So far, the staff has certainly made him a priority and have made it clear to him that they see him as a priority. They're just saying, I can really be the guy that takes the class off to the next level, Anderson said. The first time it's the first time really to recruit in the SEC. Being in the SEC and just being a recruit at a high level. And they definitely see me being one of the stepping stones that can help them get to the next level. Florida is working to rise up the ranks in Henderson's recruitment, but a handful of schools are in the best spot to secure an official visit. I think Ohio State's been doing a great job. Miami's been doing a great job, Henderson said. I would definitely say Tennessee, they're definitely in the race for an OV. Texas A&M is doing a great job. Henderson is looking to take 5 official visits and plans to use the spring to really figure out who will get those trips. He sees things in his recruitment becoming clearer, but there's still some boxes he needs to check off before making his plans for the summer. Just being honest with the coaches, seeing if I can see myself being there. Things like that.
Rolling with Carlos, feel the beat. The stadium's loud, turn up the heat. One big family, sports is the key. Hit that subscribe and roll with me.
Just being honest with the coaches, seeing it if I can see myself being there. Things like that. Henderson said, I'm starting to narrow it down. Florida is certainly in the conversation to potentially get an official visit from Henderson this summer. And getting him back on campus in the spring would speak volumes on his true interest in the Gators. Along with Florida, the programs previously named, Notre Dame, Florida State, Alabama, and LSU, are also schools in the hunt to get a trip this summer. Henderson is ranked the number 3 linebacker in the country and the number 5 recruit in Florida, and the number 50 overall recruit in the class of 2027. Like I said, he reminds you of Brandon Spikes a lot. He has a good swim move, good bull rush, a non-stop motor, and the kid sheds off tackles very, very nicely. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, and let me know what you think of this kid. Can we flip him? Can we get him, even though he's got other major programs that have 3 years of connecting with him and talking to him? Let me know what you think of this kid. Let me know what you think of the highlights in the comment section. Let's continue to grow this family. I love you guys all for all the support, and like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Gators.